Okay, so I have a few options here. This is what my mom got me for Christmas. This is the Game Station 5. Looks like a little mini PS5, couple little cheap controllers. This one uses composite cables only. This one, I don't think it advertises any of the games. This one is literally like one of the worst options. This one has a bunch of ROM hacks, crappy weirdo games. Do not recommend anything like this. These blatant rip-off, like this is clearly just a novelty thing, you know? My mom got it for me mostly as a gag gift, but there are a couple fun games. I think it does have like Galaga on it, but everything else, like it doesn't have Mario Brothers. It has some weird Mario Brothers knockoff, so don't really recommend that one all too much. The next one I haven't actually played around with this a little bit as much, but this is a Super Mini SN03. Clearly this is meant to be a Super Nintendo, built-in 821 classic games. I haven't actually hooked this one up and played it. I did take it out of the box briefly. This one is much higher quality. The Game Station 5 over there literally feels like the cheapest plastic you could possibly think of. This one feels a lot more, comparatively anyway, a lot more premium. Even the power button works, so that's how you turn it on. Has a reset button. Obviously no cartridge slot or anything. HDMI, USB-C for power, and a lot of these consoles use micro SD cards. This says it's a 512 megabyte, I assume. I think that's an M. I don't know, but I haven't actually checked to see what's on this one. This one very well much could have what do you call it, like actual Super Nintendo and NES games. So that's that. And then I think this one came with these, came with all the controllers. This feels kind of shitty. Oh, the X button on this one is stuck pressed in, so that's cool. But yeah, stuff like this. This is, again, super cheap. Is there to kind of just get the job done, I guess you could say. Usually, from my understanding, emulation consoles like this that are blatantly ripping off an actual, like, legitimate console usually don't have legitimate versions of games on them. They have, like, what they call ROM hacks, which is when people take, let's say like Donkey Kong, right? They take Donkey Kong Country, for example, and what they do is they will make it play like, I don't know what the word, oh, hey, look, it says it's 1080p. Cool. It'll make it run more like, I don't know, like they'll change the enemies, they'll change the levels, right? Like a customized version of Donkey Kong. Like it's, for all intents and purposes, it's still Donkey Kong. The level layout is the same, the enemy placement is the same, all that stuff. But just everything, you know, is customized. I don't know how to explain that any better. But yeah, this one I haven't played with, so I'll go ahead and do a little separate video for you to you know, show off what games at least come on that. I'm not going to bother with the Game Station. I do not recommend that one at all. This one is my favorite, though. Games console. Good games console. Has a 480p HD screen. 64-bit, so in theory, this could run up to N64 games, but I think it caps out at PlayStation 1, but that's just what came with it. This one is honestly the highest quality option that my mom got me. 10 out of 10 recommend this one. As you can tell, it's, you know, very much a Game Boy, not Game Boy Color, but more like original Game Boy, maybe a Game Boy Pocket, you know, kind of thing. Uses a rechargeable battery, which you can charge with the USB-C port at the bottom. like I mentioned, a lot of these use a micro SD card. So if I were to pull that out, yeah. This one doesn't even have any, feels wrong. No labeling whatsoever on this one. But yeah, a lot of these, like I said, you'll have to pull this SD card out, pop it in a computer, download whatever games you want to it, and then put it back in, and it should just load up. It even has like left, right, R2, L2 for like PS1 games, a couple Switch joysticks. The quality of this is better than either of the other two, but this is still fairly cheap. Like, the buttons feel really good. These don't click, by the way. These do not have any like joystick click, but yeah, buttons feel really good. I want to say it's most comparable to maybe maybe those Hori Joy-Con, what do you call, split pad pros or whatever that you bought for the Switch. Very similar feeling. Like, the D-pad is very, like, it works, right? It's not shitty quality, but it's definitely not first party quality. Volume rocker on the side here, power button, nothing on there. I thought this had a headphone jack, but oh yeah, it does. Okay, headphone jack. But anyway, this one is my favorite because, see if it has juice. There we go. So yeah, just boot it up, and this is how a lot of them operate. They'll either just be a big old list of games, or let me see if I can zoom in. That's a little better. Yeah, so this has like Neo Geo right here. So what I can do is go back. Yeah, there we are. So a lot of these will have like a little launcher sort of thing here, so we can search for games, but it's usually in the list here. These are these arcade games I was telling you about, that, you know, games that never really got ported over. Oops. Never got ported over to, there we go. That fixed the color. Never got ported to console. We have Sega Mega Drive. I think that's the Master System right here in America. Or is it the Genesis? Sega Mega Drive. I don't know. There it is. Sega Mega Drive. Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, NES, Game Boy Advance, original Game Boy Color. And it's annoying that they all have that separated, by the way, in different categories, specifically these two. But anyway, original PlayStation, which I think is funny. They use a PS4 Pro. I don't know if this is Capcom System 1. I assume just a bunch of Capcom games. System 2. I don't know what IGS is. Neo Geo, last played, favorites, search all the games, download more. Oh, so I think this is what you would do. So if I were to put the SD card into my computer, copy the ROMs from like a website to the SD card, pop it back in, I'd have to go to this page, and all of them would be, whatever I copied would be here. So I'd have to download them to these, you know, to these emulators, right? Because this is like a console, if that makes sense. But anyway, settings, language, volume, restore factory, whatever. Okay, so real quick, I figured Sega, for example, is something. I don't know if it's gonna show very well, but yeah, I don't know. Adams Family Values, Air Combat. It's all in alphabetical, so. Toe Jam and Earl, Rise Star, American Gladiators. Again, this is just what came on the console. I don't know. Oh, there's 187. Oh no, 3 out of 187. How many games does it came with? The box does not say how many games it comes with. So that's another thing to consider is it is technically illegal, right, for these companies to be selling. Like, they can sell you the device with the emulators built in, but the ROMs are technically illegal to sell you like this. So a lot of the times they don't advertise that in that way. Big Boy, Big Bucket, Big Melee. I'm gonna go to S's real quick. Ooh. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Cat. 63. Contra Iron Corpse. It looks like some of these are the Japanese versions of the games. Probably a way to get around getting in trouble. Japan isn't as on top of their copyright stuff the same way. See, some of this is confusing too, right? Like QED and Big Stupid Cat, but it's Sylvester and Tweety in KG Capers. So, you know. Yeah, so like I said, some of this stuff can be a little jank. A lot of games, probably shovelware from, you know, whatever shovelware was considered back in the day, I'm sure. But you'll probably get, may like search, right? Oops. Search. So we can type in Sonic. Oops. No. Sorry. Trying to do this while looking at the screen through the phone. Yeah, so we have Sonic Wings, Sonic Blastman, Sonic Blastman. And the thing is some of these names, like I assume these are all the Game Boy Advance ones, Sonic Advance. So like, let's see, Sonic, Sonic Blastman, for example. Oh wait, this might not be it. I don't know what's going on. No, wrong thing. Escape. Exit. There we go. Sonic Advance, Sonic Pinball, Sonic Battle. Maybe it's Sonic Hedgehog. Sonic Advance. Oh yeah, there we are. Sonic the Hedgehog. This is the Game Boy version, isn't it? Licensed by Nintendo. Yeah, that's funny. Sega, come on. I want to just see. I haven't played with too many of this kind of stuff. Yeah, this is like the Game Boy Advance version of Sonic. Yeah, like I said, it's one of those things you just kind of mess around with and, you know, get acquainted. I was just excited for the Pokemon games, obviously. Super Famicom. They have Super Street Fighter, Final Fight, Firefight, Flintstones. I heard good things about this game. I like that they give you a little picture, something to kind of look at, so you get an idea of what it is. Wolverine. Killer Instinct. Fuck yeah. Rise of the Robots. But, yeah, like, I guess if you send me a list, I can see what games specifically are on this one. But like I said, this is, I'm pretty sure this was like $25. Like, this is literally one of the cheapest options for an emulator, and the more expensive you go, the better quality they get. The launcher will be cleaner, you know. Obviously this is, you can tell the cheapness of this one specifically because, like, I mean, what gets me the most is the PlayStation, right? They're like, this is original PlayStation games, but it's using a PS4 Pro. But these are like legitimately like PS1 games, right? Like we got Crash Bandicoot 3, Dragon Ball Z, whatever, Mortal Kombat 4. Ooh, The World Is Not Enough, 007. There was oh yeah, Tarzan, that's what I was playing. I played Tarzan a little bit on the PS1. Oh, they got Pepsi Man! I've always wanted to play this. Game is expensive. This is a very expensive game. Ever since I heard about Pepsi Man, another one I want to get is that Burger King game for the Xbox 360. I think it was a demo disc. But yeah, Burger King for 360, which I think was like a skateboarding game with Burger King. And then Pepsi Man. First Crash Bandicoot. Oh yeah, the Cat in the Hat's good. Yeah, like, see, like, okay, so this is how they get around the legal stuff, right? So the ROM is called Chariots of Fire, but I'm pretty sure it's just Twisted Metal, right? So if we were to boot this up, Sony Computer Entertainment presents, yeah, this is going to be Twisted Metal. but to not get in trouble when selling it, right, they advertise it, they put the name of it as something else. So, Chariots of whatever the fuck it said. What did it say? Chariots of Fire 2. Like, okay. Yeah, so, you know, like I said, a lot of Disney stuff. Oh, I got Driver 1 and 2. That's cool. Chocobo Racing. Antonio would love that. Anyway, yeah, you get the gist here. Like, even the first Gran Turismo. I think I just bought that one on PlayStation, actually. I just bought that physical. But yeah, so that's that. This is, like I said, my favorite one of the bunch, and all of these. Like, I'm pretty sure this one was like $5 on like Temu. This one, I think she said was like $15 to $20. So I have a little bit more hope for this one, hoping that it has at least a good number of SNES games. I'll hook it up real quick. 821. Anytime you see the console say like that, like 800 games or whatever, it's usually a bunch of crap. Like, it's usually ROM hacks and knockoff games and just made up bullshit. You might get lucky here and there with like a Mario game or something, but typically it's nothing good. But like I said, this is just the lowest of the, like, this is bottom of the barrel shit, right? So like it goes up from here. But yeah, this one is the Game Boy Advance one for me is really cool, just because there's a lot of Game Boy Advance games I want to collect, but I also don't really want a bunch of cartridges to have to take care of. And you know, this allows me to kind of have everything all in one shot. Let's see. I think this even have like Mario Kart. Oops, I always do that. M-A-R-I-O. Yeah, Mario Brothers for the US, Super Mario Bros. Advance, Mario Kart Advance, Super Circuit, more Super Mario Advance. So, you know, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. So yeah, if I wanted to play like Mario Kart Super Circuit. Oop, keep knocking the camera. This is the Game Boy Advance Mario Kart, which is on Switch Online. So like, realistically, if I really wanted to play Mario Kart Super Circuit, I'd just play it on the Switch. But, you know, it's one of those things where if I didn't want to pay for their stupid subscription. And, like, the games run really well, even on this cheap-ass end of things. Like I said, the 25, maybe $30 this one was, you know? And, like, it works. The games run well enough. I'm not really going to play a whole race. I haven't even taken off the, like, screen protector on it or whatever. Ooh, I never do the boost. Oh, you can use the joystick. That's cool. Yeah, so I can use the joystick. Oh, this feels a little easier to control on this for some reason. I don't know why. B? Oh, no. Oh, let's jump. L. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so there's the triggers on the back and the fingers are. But, yeah, like I said, this is, I don't know if this is something you'd be interested in. Obviously, I feel like you'd want more of a console. Which, you know, depending on the options and stuff. I can get the links to the Super Mini SN that the Super Nintendo shit that my mom got me there. Kind of see how much that costs. But come on, fuck you, Donkey Kong and Bowser. Two of my like mortal enemies right here. Oh shit, no! I knew it. Yeah, like there's no delay. Like that's another thing a lot of people worry about when it comes to emulating and playing the ROMs like that. Is there's sometimes like delays and stuff like that. So being able to just, you know, like I'm not noticing any issues. The colors are accurate. The resolution is arguably better than it would be on like a Game Boy Advance. That may be because it's also, I think, technically a smaller screen. Oh, you see that? I got first. It's a good sign. Good sign. Anyway. And yeah, one thing I like is, like I said, you can do save states, right? So if I wanted to pick up this race later, I could do a save state, load it in a spot there, mess with my controls, remap things. And yeah, so that is the, what is, I think that's off. That is the Games Console Good, I guess is the name. The model is DR35 Plus model. Games Console Good. Good Games Console? Games Good Console? I don't know. I'll let you decide. Yeah. Yeah. Let me go ahead and hook up the Super NES Mini, Super Mini SN03. This guy. Let me hook that up real quick, and I'll send you another video of that. Try to keep this. There we go. Yeah, I haven't messed with it around. I haven't messed around with it too much because I don't have much time to game overall. But I do want to work on my Pokemon games, and this one is going to be a good, probably the way I do it, the way I play pretty much all my Pokemon games is going to be with this. And it looks like they have different colors too, so that's cool. Got me the black one, but they have like red, purplish, a gray. I don't know why it's so out of focus. Anyway, yeah, I'll be back with another video of this guy.